Hey DVC fan, Paul here, and today we are taking you on a tour of a 2-bedroom lock-off villa at Disney's Beach Club. This and all of our DVC fan content is brought to you by the world of DVC, DVC Resale Market, where you can buy or sell a Disney Vacation Club contract, Monera Financial, who can help you finance that beach club contract purchase, and the DVC Rental Store, where you can try before you buy, rent some points to stay in one of these amazing rooms, or if you're an owner and not using some points this year, you can rent out those remaining points. So Beach Club actually recently had a soft goods refurbishment, which actually just changed some of the colors within the room. The biggest change that you're going to notice as we kind of go through the room today is that they have added the addition of the Murphy pull-down bed. Now, we do want to put a little bit of a disclaimer that there are certain rooms in some of these older resorts where they weren't able to actually fit the Murphy beds. So just keep that in mind. That's why maybe certain occupancy numbers and things on rooms have not been updated. So we're here in the deluxe studio portion of the villa, and right as you walk in the door, you do have a nice little area that gives you kind of a drop zone. So if you have a backpack, a purse, some rain jackets, it's actually raining out today, so we would put our rain jackets right here, and an additional mirror. I think this is an overlooked portion of a lot of villas, and I think it's a wonderful addition here at the Beach Club. Also on the other side, as I mentioned previously, this is a lock-off villa, so you do have your lock-off door right here in the front as well. Walking a little bit further into this villa, the next thing we are met with is kind of the little kitchenette area right here. I mentioned before, soft goods refurbishment, so a lot of this is still kind of the older infrastructure that they've had here. Over here, you're gonna have your Keurig Duo coffee pots. So you've got the full pot coffee, or you can do those single serve coffee pods as well. That's been a new addition that they've been putting in with a lot of the refurbishments. Up above, not much going on, a little bit of storage space. You've got your toaster and you have some plates and bowls. You're also gonna have a microwave, a sink, and then under here is going to be your, well, I thought it would be your trash, but actually there's nothing, absolutely nothing under the sink. And then we do have a miniature fridge, and it is worth noting here in Beach Club, we do have the small freezer section in this mini fridge, but don't rely on that because I know that they've been switching these out, and some do or some don't. So call it an added bonus if you find a freezer in your fridge. Across from the kitchenette area, you're gonna have your sink. We've got a nice, huge, big mirror that kind of frames this area here. It is a single sink. There doesn't appear to be any real storage that I can open up under here, so this is just kind of cosmetic looking. And then down below, you've got a hair dryer, and we did finally find the trash can, look at that. In the bathroom, you're gonna have a tub shower combination here. We do have the pumps on the wall. Those are the newer kind of pumps, not the H2O products anymore, but kind of the Disney branded products in here as well. You've got a nice little shelf where you can actually put some toiletries and stuff in that tub shower combo. And then in here is some towels and a toilet. Across from the bathroom area, this is one thing in a lot of the refurbishments that has been driving me a little bit nuts, is that they keep these old closet doors, they just slap some new paint on them. So they're a little bit rickety when you open them, but you are gonna have your closet in here, and this is where you're going to have some hanging space, extra pillows and blankets. You do have a safe that's a little bit further down, ironing board, and we have a vacuum as well. Here in the main living space of the deluxe studio, you are going to have a queen size bed, and this bed is a platform bed as well, kind of going with that new theme so that you do have some storage beneath the bed if you have some luggage that you're traveling with. Shout out to my amazing wife, Amy Krieger, because I do think that she is the reason why they've slowly been bringing these accent pillows back into a lot of these accommodations here that are Disney Vacation Club. This looks like it's very Daisy Duck themed. Next to the queen size bed here in the studio, you do kind of have a little nightstand. On the nightstand, we do have your phone, your Hey Disney device. There is some built-in charging, so we do have 2 USBs as well as 2 standard outlets as well. And then down below here, 2 large drawers for some of your clothes or anything else you want in the nightstand. Next to the bed area, we do have the pull-down Murphy bed. Loving this artwork here. Again, please, 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 Disney Vacation Club, start selling this awesome artwork. So we've got Donald Duck, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and a little turtle down here in the corner also. And next to the Murphy pull-down bed, there is a coffee table. The coffee table does have pull-out storage on both sides of it. And the one complaint I do have about it is that it is not on wheels. So this thing does not move all that easily. And you do need to make sure that you move it out of the way before you pull down that Murphy bed. This room does sleep 5 individuals, and I'm gonna have Grayson actually back up right now and just kind of show you what this room looks like with the Murphy bed pulled down. We've not pulled down the single sleeper just yet, but we will in a minute. 5 people in here, it's gonna be pretty cramped. It's gonna be kind of a tight quarters, but we did pull down the Murphy bed. It looks like Huey, Dewey, and Louie have gone to sleep with Donald here, and you've actually got some background artwork that has boardwalk there also. This Murphy bed does have lighting built into it, but we've not noticed any charging that's actually built into it. So the charging would be sharing that with the nightstand that's next to the bed. We've moved across from the bed area here in this room, and we do have a flat screen smart television that is hung over this single pull-down bed. This is kind of what I would consider to be old school single pull-down bed. So we do kind of have a desk and a work area here where you can actually set up if you need to work while you're in this room, or if you actually just want to sit here and have a meal. There are 2 nice chairs that are next to this also, but the desk itself is built into the single pull-down Murphy. Gray and I have actually played with this for about 10 minutes now to just figure out how the locking mechanism works, but it is important as you're kind of working with this pull down that you pull both of those chairs out of the way, and then there's a little button off to both sides where if you actually depress that button, then that should release the bed. Now, it's not doing it on my side because, again, we've been playing with this for quite some time now. But if you push both sides in, it should release the bed to pull down. That table will fold down, and then there you have your pull-down Murphy bed. And we've got Donald relaxing on the beach club beach there for a nice kind of relaxing day. I did want to also point out that here in the middle of that single pull-down Murphy bed, we also have some charging. We've got 2 regular outlets, and I was surprised to see a USB-C outlet next to the USB here, since this is an older piece of furniture. On both sides of the single pull-down bed, we also have some additional storage. You've got a lamp, and then 2 drawers that can give you some added storage space in the villa also. And guess what? Gray and I found another trash can. I asked Gray if there was anything we missed in the room, and he said we should probably talk about the curtains. Curtains do have a nice seashell and kind of nautical pattern along with this weird horse duck looking guy. He's my personal favorite of this, but nice little touch just to kind of bring that nautical flair into the beach club. Out on the studio balcony, there is no room categories here at the beach club, so it's really either you're going to be overlooking kind of the pool area of the villas, or you're going to kind of have what we have, which is some foliage. We are actually looking towards Beach Club, the original Beach Club villas. You can actually see the swan and dolphin off in the distance there. It is a pretty rainy day here, so it's nice to have a balcony that is covered so that you could still actually sit out here. These are some older metal chairs that are down here on our balcony as well, along with a nice little table if you're out here in the morning like I am having a coffee. As you first step into the villa here, you are met with a nice little kind of area where you can maybe drop some bags. We do kind of have a little drop zone off to the side where maybe if you have some magic bands, refillable mugs or something like that, or keys, you can sit those right here. A little bit of storage underneath, but no drawers here. And then right here to my left, you are also going to have the lock-off door, which takes you into the deluxe studio. Let me know down in the comments if you are like me, but I have come into so many Disney Vacation Club rooms over the years, and I'm always presented with this light configuration, and I can guarantee you even by the time I leave, I have no idea which of these switches does what, but they all do work in some capacity. Moving into the kitchen and dining room area, I absolutely love this kind of bench seating that we have here with those nautical blues. And then always as part of Beach Club or Boardwalk or some of these older resorts, they always kind of have the hidden Mickey plate setup going on the table here. And then above it, we have a nice hanging lamp with a lampshade that does have some seashells on it. I will say, over in the deluxe studio of this villa, there are some extra chairs. So maybe if you did want to bring those over, if you had some more people in this villa and you wanted to put those over here as well, you could do that. You have a full kitchen here in this villa. We're gonna kind of work our way left to right around the kitchen. We've got an entire fridge freezer here. I wonder if there's anything fun. I never know what side of the fridge freezer to actually grab onto. No ice maker, so you do have ice trays if you're looking to make ice here. And then someone went to the cake bake shop, not me, but we do have an entire fridge as well. I always recommend if you're coming here for maybe a week or so, do some grocery delivery and at least do a little bit of cooking in the villa because it's a lot of fun. We've got some random storage space above the fridge and above the microwave. This is going to be where you find some of your pots, some of your pans, cooking utensils. We have a microwave and a full electric oven and range. Coming across a little bit further, you have your toaster, as well as likely behind door number 2 here, you've got plates, mugs, glasses. We've got wine glasses, and I love the little built-in spots for some wine bottles if you are bringing some wine with you on your trip. And then again, some more storage off to the side as well. They didn't skimp on finding random spots to put everything here in the kitchen. These drawers are so shallow, but it's actually where you would pull out and find your utensils, some of your cooking utensils, and then we have forks, knives, spoons, that kind of stuff here also. Below that, you also have some more built-in storage that's going to have some more pots and pans, so that if you are cooking in the villa. Above that, you've got a nice amount of countertop space, and then you're met with your Keurig Duo. Again, this is a full coffee pot and a single serve K-cup if you prefer those. It never fails. I already came into the villa and I made a pot of coffee, so excuse me. Last but not least, in the kitchen, you have your dishwasher, you have your sink, and then under the sink is where you're going to find trash, recycling, and some of your products for the sink, a little sponge. You've got the dishwasher stuff as well. We've stepped into the main living space now here in this villa. I'll have Gray kind of just step out of the way and pan around just to kind of show you everything we have going on here. I did mention chairs from the deluxe studio side earlier. Obviously, I had not come around this corner and realized that there are 2 chairs right here. So if you're having a lot of people, you could pull a lot of chairs into this villa, but we've got a lot of space. I love this older style of 1-bedrooms. I don't think we're ever going to see them again in the DVC space. And so they do provide you with a lot of amenities and a lot of room. Mentioned this a second ago, but worth repeating. So we have a nice little counter space here with 2 additional chairs. And then next to that, that's where you're going to have your entertainment center. We do have a large flat screen smart TV here in the Beach Club. And then under it is a very, what seems to be old, large piece of furniture that's going to provide you with a lot of storage. So we have some storage drawers that you can pull out and store some of your clothes or belongings in. We also have an entire cabinet that pulls open with 3 drawers in there as well. And then above this, we do have some charging within this space. On both sides of this, you're going to have 2 regular outlets and 2 USB outlets. Next to the TV, we have a nice sitting chair here. Love the blue kind of upholstery and the pattern here. And Gray loves a good curtain, so we're going to talk about the curtains again. We've got, I believe this is Donald Duck on the curtains this time, and Donald Duck's hat. So he's wearing the hat, but then the hat's above him as well. Very confusing to me. Across from the television and that television unit, you are going to find your Murphy bed in this space. This is a pull-down queen size Murphy bed. Again, love the lovely artwork that is here on these beds. They get more and more creative with every single update and refurbishment that they do here. But you've got Donald and Daisy there, as well as Huey, Dewey, and Louie. And you even have a little friendship boat out there in the ocean. Sitting here at the Murphy bed, right next to it, you are going to have your coffee table. This coffee table is rather large for a piece of furniture, and it is not on wheels. So again, a nice disclaimer for any of these properties that do have that pull down Murphy. You want to make sure you get this out of the way before you pull the Murphy bed down. In looking at the artwork on the Murphy bed, I can tell already that has not always occurred, but it would occur more easily if this thing were on wheels and you didn't have to really kind of push it out of the way. There is some additional storage in this coffee table as well, so if you want to put some stuff in there. We've pulled down the Murphy bed here, and I absolutely love, if you've watched some of our other beach club room tours, this Murphy bed is a little bit different than it is in the deluxe studio accommodation. So inside the Murphy bed, they've actually passed out here after a long day, probably in the parks, and you've got Donald and Daisy overlooking the beach club villas with some fireworks. Hit or miss when it comes to Murphy beds and either charging capabilities or lighting. So this Murphy bed does have a light switch off to the side that controls a little light that is above the firework area there, and then no charging built on the inside, but actually off to this side of the Murphy bed, we do have a charger, which is where the Hey Disney device is plugged in. So if you don't want Hey Disney listening to you, you could unplug that. There's another outlet, a USB and a USB-C there as well. Before we step into the main living bedroom here in this space, you do have, as part of this villa, a full washer and dryer. Up above, that is going to be where you find a clothes hamper, and then also some of the soaps for the washer. So Gray's on the other side of the bathroom right now, thinking I'm going to come out the door right there, but actually off to the side here, there's another door. It is absolutely door roulette when it comes to entering the bathroom area of this villa. You have a door that leads into the main living space of the villa, and then you have a door that leads into the bedroom and additional bathroom space of the villa. So it is door roulette. You never know what door someone's coming in or out of. As we step into this part of the bathroom area, this is going to be where you find your toilet closet. It's a toilet. I'm not going to really go into too much more detail there, but there is some nice beachy artwork in there also. Right next to the toilet closet, you're going to have a mirror and a single sink with some Disney bath products. And then across from this is where you are going to have a large glass shower with your pumps in there as well. Love that there is a very large shower space in here. If Amy were doing the room tour, she'd point out that there is no bench, and there should be a bench because everyone needs a bench in the shower. Coming out of the door roulette portion of the bathroom and into essentially the main bedroom space. Wrapping up the bathroom portion, you're going to have another sink with a large mirror above it, another single sink with some marble countertops, and then there's a bunch of storage just kind of built all around the sink here, coming all the way up and around the other side, as well as a nice makeup mirror. Last but not least, the piece de resistance here in the bathroom is this very, very large soaking tub. To my knowledge, and from what I can see, this is not a jetted or jacuzzi tub, so it is only a large soaking tub, and you've got your valves over here for that, but a very nice space to relax and unwind after a long day in the parks. We've moved on from the bathroom, and there's a closet here. I found a Joey Chew popcorn bucket that I'm going to take home with me here in the closet. This is where we've kind of put a lot of our stuff just to kind of store it out of the way while we're doing these room tours. But you do have a decent amount of space in here. You've got some extra pillows and blankets, a safe on the wall, some luggage racks, and a vacuum. We're in the main bedroom now, and you do have a large king bed in the bedroom here, as well as I love the accent pillows. Can't get enough of these. We said on previous ones that they started getting rid of these accent pillows, and they just do so much to add some color and some character to these rooms. One thing I wanted to mention before going any further, Beach Club recently had a soft goods refurbishment. So a lot of things like the curtains, the carpeting, upholstery, those were replaced, as well as the addition of the Murphy beds. But you're gonna find a lot of larger, bulky furniture as we have experienced on this tour. And case in point, right next to the bed, you have your big, what I'd call a big bulky nightstand with a very large lamp with a switch that I think is as old as I am. Behind the lamp, you're going to have two regular outlets as well as two USB outlets, and then there's storage built in. Across from the bed, you have a giant full-length mirror, so if you're getting ready in the morning, and then below that, you're gonna have a spot where maybe some people would choose to maybe open their luggage up and sit it on here, or a nice sitting space when you're putting on your shoes, and below it, you have a large drawer. It's funny how here at the Beach Club they had a soft goods refurbishment and got all of the smart televisions and the smart technology, but recently we've done some tours of the newly full refurbishment that they did at Bay Lake Tower, and those televisions aren't updated yet. But in this space, you also have a nice flat screen smart television above what is the large piece of furniture that I think the television used to sit on. Above here, we have charging on both sides, two regular outlets, and two USB outlets. Let me know in the comments if you've ever run out of storage when you're staying here at the Beach Club, because I feel like there's plenty of space for your things. We have drawers down the middle of this unit. We've got drawers off to the side, and then we have some large storage spaces to shove some things also. Across from the other side of the bed, you've got another large mirror, and it's a nice sitting area where you could actually do some work if you have some work to do, or a nice space to get ready in the morning. There's additional charging built in here. Also, kind of the commonality is two regular outlets and two USB outlets, and then a nice little writing drawer with nothing inside. Last but not least for this space is a large comfortable sitting chair right next to the television with a spot if maybe you're sitting here reading a book, maybe enjoying some coffee. You've got a lamp here. I love the artwork again following through. This is like my heaven. I used to always feed the seagulls when I went to the beach when I was a kid, and this was like a scene that I absolutely loved. It'd probably scare some people, but for me it was heaven. And Gray, guess what? We got more curtains, and these curtains have a bunch of seashells. I think we've got duck footprints on them, and then where's my favorite guy? He's got to be in here somewhere. Is he on here? There he is. Yes, I don't know what he is. He's like a horse, duck, some platypus. I don't know. Off from the main bedroom, you are going to also have a private balcony space. This villa overlooks the general Beach Club resort, as well as off in the distance, I can see the Swan and Dolphin and the Swan Reserve, but mainly you're just gonna have a foliage view. As Amy will mention later when we talk points, she kind of stated that there is no view type here at the Beach Club, so essentially every view is either going to be this kind of view, maybe you'll luck out and see some fireworks and maybe have a decent Epcot view, but most of it's going to either be kind of just overlooking foliage, or it's going to be overlooking the pool area or the front of the Beach Club Villas Resort. Out here on this balcony, we have two metal chairs and a nice table. This is where you find me every single time I come to the Beach Club in the morning. I will be out here with a book, reading, and a cup of coffee. If you've watched all of our Beach Club coverage, you'll realize that we basically filmed the same room 3 different times. We're very efficient in that manner. So now, here for the 2-bedroom lock-off point charts, we've got Amy Krieger.
Wow, thank you. Thank you.
She's really in the mood for this today. You can tell.
All right. So for today, we are. I've said the date 3 times in a row, so I feel like
you said
even
Tuesday
though it's different.
The first time though.
I might have said that.
Yeah.
It is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, but whether it's Tuesday or Wednesday, the points are the same for this season. So today the amount is 41 points.
41.
Night. For a 2-bedroom. It does go as high as 71.
71.
That's a lot, but that's like Christmas Day, Christmas Eve. And then as low as 36.
36.
Which 36 is awesome for a 2-bedroom. So, just depends on the season.
That's going to do it for this tour of this Beach Club villa. As always, if you enjoy our DVC Fan content, please like and subscribe to our DVC Fan YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up. It does so much for us. Join in the conversation at dvcfan.com and in the DVC Fan Facebook group. And for bonus behind the scenes footage, which Gray has plenty of from me botching this room tour, then head to patreon.com/DVCFan.